Oh wow, guess who's late again for the third day in a row, you know? I gotta stop making a habit of this. I used to have a habit of missing it completely, so I guess it's an improvement based on last year. Um, Still got, as you can see, I still haven't set everything up. Alright. I would assume everything's alright in the mic department. So I missed 2 goals. That's not too bad. Hello AFL Legend, how you doing? You tipped 3 Who did I tip? Let me check who I tipped actually. Yeah, I tipped the Giants. Oh, I've got everything right so far. Or do I tip Richmond? Excuse me. Another goal for the Saints. Really poor from Richmond, that given that they completely get that goal away. Alright, I haven't even set my lighting and green screen up. Just do that. Free kick Saints. Max King almost got an incredible mark. Saints flawless so far, indeed. Right, we are ready to go. Yeah, everything's all good. Hello NBA. Swans wasn't as bad news as you thought for us last night. Yeah, you actually could have won that game. But yeah, the Lions just they did it off. Four goals to the Saints. I'm going to go back and watch the first 2 goals. That's how I'm going to use this time. If I can see where they are. I'm skipping through like, where is it? Oh, nice little set shot. Oh, that second goal was brilliant. Love that second goal. Your tipping is, yeah. Well, I mean, this would be the first one I get wrong, because I tipped Richmond, but I got the first three right. Who'd you tip for Sunday? That was out of nowhere, that Bolton goal. Out of nowhere. If you win, it's alright, but if to lose, you're done. You tipped Gold Coast because Carlton are tragic and the Dogs. I tipped Carlton and the Dogs. Excuse me. He's in timeout again. If he does it again, he's getting blocked. He's done this before. Of course, Freo gets matches before playing us, so they get something to prove. I tipped the Giants because I thought, hey, the Giants can do this. I don't think they're special by so many points. I'm just like, what? I was expecting more like, oh, Giants by 10 or something. 70? Marshall's right about Freo from round one. They're not that good. Last year was an anomaly. That was Freo's worst loss under Longmire, was it? Oh. I mean, it was pretty bad, obviously. You hear Freo didn't try. Wow. Show the game. Can't be doing that, sir. I'm not sure about those services. Giants have smashed Freo, beat Geelong at GMHBA, Sydney at SEG, and Adelaide yet Adelaide lost to West Coast. Is that who they lost to? Oh, sorry, I read your comment wrong. Sorry. Giants have smashed Freo, beat Geelong GMHBA, Sydney at SCG, and Adelaide, yet lost to West Coast. That's quite the mystery. I completely forgot West Coast actually won a game. Yes, I know they got one win in the ladder. I've seen that multiple times, but like it feels weird that they've even won a game. It's gonna start raining at the G. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. I really think AFL players watching the stream and will ever know. They got a way to detect these things, mate. If they can find my reaction immediately and take it down, not take it down, but block the video. Like sometimes it happens instantly, and sometimes it just happens like a few days later. So either a computer gets me, or someone will see something. Rioli on target, touched, or is it a goal? Review, surely. Yeah, they're gonna review it. Umpire thinks this is behind, but they want to make sure whether it was actually touched. Yeah, that's a behind. The Richmond fans are booing, but the umpire decision is correct there. It was touched on the line. They're just desperate to come back, really. They're stressed out by the season. They realise they're not that good. Watch them beat Melbourne in 2 weeks. Didn't they? They beat Melbourne as well, right? Yeah. They beat Melbourne at the MCG, Freo. And today lost by 70 points to the Giants. And then the Giants, imagine they beat Melbourne. That would be hilarious. Giants Hawthorn on July the 8th. Oh, it's going to be tasty. Good set shot there. Richmond 9 behind now. Not as big a mystery as how West Coast beat quite good in Melbourne as one of their 2 wins last year. Yeah, that was something as well. Thank God the Swans get to the Eagles next week. Swans beat Hawks by 81. Hawks beat Eagles by 116. So Swans beat Eagles by 197. I don't know about that one, Chief. Show it for like 5 seconds, 2 hours in, see if they find it. I'm not sure about that one, Chief. Fourth goal in 2 weeks from outside 50. Freo logic. Destroy Geelong and Sydney away. Beat these away, yet lose to North, Richmond, and demolished by the Giants. That is Freo in a nutshell. This is not Max King I saw live last year. There's a different player. This is his more talented twin. Max King again. 30. Swans are so bad, I'll probably lose to Eagles. I don't know about that one. See, Colin, how you doing? Halfway through the season, Eagles have 300 plus point losses. And one was Hawthorn. Oh, I'm so proud. So very proud. There's only really two good teams this year, Port and Collingwood. The Melbourne and Brisbane are cut below. Everyone else just forget about it. In 2011, Port had 350-point losses in 3 weeks. That's insane. It's quite crazy to think Collingwood beat Port by 31 points this year, and yet they're level in the ladder. I mean, Port will be ahead now, but that's because Collingwood haven't played. But I thought that was interesting. Max King has kicked 13 goals in 3 1/4 games since returning. Interesting. They beat Sydney by 2, and then they went on a crazy run after that, Port Adelaide. They've not lost since that Sydney game. That they could have easily lost that Sydney game as well. That was great team play right there, and then Marchioli misses the whole lot. But Port Adelaide have improved dramatically since then. They have every chance to beat them. That's why I want this game now. I wish it wasn't. I think it's round 19. Yeah, round 19 Saturday night or morning for me. But yeah, it all goes down. 5 rounds. Adelaide Oval for Adelaide Collingwood. When should I make my finals video? When I say finals video, I mean like I want to make a video saying, "Hey guys, I'm coming to Australia for the finals week 1. How do I get tickets?" I feel like I shouldn't wait until August to put this video up. Cochin Mark. Pies will beat Port in a grand final by 100 plus. Oh, really? Game added over is irrelevant. Early MCG games matter. Well, in the grand final, yeah, but you never know. Goal for Cochin, what a goal. Although, in fairness, you may have a point, Mask, because I remember Sydney last year, SCG, played there twice. No, they played the MCG actually in week 1. Okay, but they played SCG against Collingwood. Didn't matter in the grand final. Brisbane won at the Gabba a couple times in the finals. Didn't matter in the end. Port Adelaide had a couple prelims. They lost both of those though, so that's a bit different. Nobody can help me. Tickets go on sale the Monday or Tuesday after round 23. So you're saying I'll be on the plane when it happens? Because I'm departing on Monday and landing on Wednesday, so... No, Pickett isn't playing. I literally just went on the AFL website to check if he's playing. Because I haven't noticed him either. I'm just like, is he playing? Didn't he get arrested? Excuse me, sorry. Yeah, he's definitely not playing. I had to double check through the list. Wow. Short, what a goal. Jeez. I feel like every Richmond goal has been a banger. Like 3 of them have been from like, what, outside 50 or near enough? Crazy. Saints haven't missed a single, haven't scored a single behind, but which were only 3 behind from these bangers. If you were me, I'd contact all my Port Adelaide and Collingwood supporting people. See, this is why I want to make the video, because then I can get attention from certain people that don't yet know I'm going to the land of the Aussies. Because genuinely, like, when I came last year, there were people that said, "Oh, you finally made it," when I was leaving. I literally, I made a post, that photo I took at the airport at Melbourne, right? Thanks. I don't know. I can't remember what I said, but it's. I said thank you or something, and I was leaving to get on the plane, and someone commented like, "Oh, you finally made it then." I'm just like, "Oh, oh, you didn't know." To be fair, I posted the vlogs on a different channel, but I still posted some shorts on the main channel. If Collingwood play a Victorian team in week 1, it will sell out. Port v anyone Adelaide will sell out. So what you're saying is we need either Port to drop off to 4th or Brisbane to make 4th. Gotcha. We're on the same page here. So what we need is the Magpies of Melbourne to get 1st and 2nd somehow. And then we're good. Bolton goal. So Saints are a bit sloppy there. I feel like they could have easily avoided that one. But yeah, after the great start the Saints had, this quarter has been a quarter of 2 halves, pretty much. I think it will sell out whoever plays. Yeah, possibly. I heard it was actually easier to get a ticket for Geelong Brisbane in the prelim last year than it was to any week 1 game. So it's about, sometimes it's about luck and who's playing. Who's playing who, rather. Essendon, Saints, Dogs, Geelong, GWS, Suns. One of them will host the final week in week 1 unless Essendon play a big club at Richmond. Both of those games won't be a problem. The 58 finals will be to get into. I mean, I just want one. Anything more than one is a beautiful bonus. Surely there's got to be one seat for one game. Siren goes. Ben Miller. Scores. Richmond are in front? Yeah, they are. They scored like 3 goals from like outside 50 or something. They scored some banging goals, and the last goal they scored, Saints just gave the ball away, but yeah. Right now, Saints if those won't sell out, SNV they would get maybe 60k. Richmond have a lesson on how to turn a game around in one quarter. Tigers got a higher score than Freo in the quarter. It's embarrassing. Well, Freo's score gets embarrassing every time you look at it. Have Hawthorn even got a score that low? Has anyone got a score that low this season? We got 37 against Sydney. So we got one more point than Freo scored today in that game. It looks like even we haven't gotten a score that low. The Eagles have gotten a score lower. Eagles got 26 against us. I immediately checked Hawthorn because, you know, if it was anyone to get that low, it would be us. Then again, West Coast. West Coast scored 44 in the loss to Carlton for 108 points. Yeah, it gets more and more embarrassing for Freo. Let me check North Melbourne. North's lowest seems to be 49 against Melbourne. Apart from that, they at least hit 60. Tigers gotten a higher score than Freo in the quarter. Yeah, I read that, sorry. Freo, the champions of embarrassing. Remember when they scored 1-7-13 against Adelaide in 2009? I actually don't remember that, but that's funny. I think the lowest score of the season might be West Coast 26, but Freo's close. And that Hawthorn game, but that was still a point more than Freo's score today. Hello, Players Guy, how you doing? Great fight back, yep. Eagles House 26. Yeah, it was against. Let me check again. It was against Hawthorn. Sorry, yeah, it was against Hawthorn. It was. It was. Wait, I clicked on the wrong team. It was 22-10, 142 to 4-2, 26. We smashed them in Tasmania. Absolutely ruined them. We gave them no mercy. 22 goals to 4. I don't know why there's a fight in my comment section. I don't know what's going on. It's like the comment version of when AFL players start shoving each other. When you consider how well the Saints started, Richmond ahead by 10 is kind of funny. It's kind of crazy, actually. The second quarter begins. Excuse me. They're going over Revolt's goal tally. He's 3 behind Richardson and who else did he say? And he's one goal. He's one goal from surpassing Bartlett. Maybe we'll get a mark at some point then. Good play. Cochin has a mark. Make a new channel where I pretend to be a Collingwood supporter, then Collingwood supporters will comment. You can use them to get tickets. I'm not sure they're going to fall for that, to be honest, mate. Good girl. Besides, I got enough channels. I got bloody 4. if you include Twitch as 5. There's one with like 10 subscribers, and I upload every day on that one at the moment, which is quite funny. Like the least subscribed one is the most active. Like, how does that work? Hello, VD, how you doing? I feel like it's been a while since I saw you in the chat. Unless unless I've forgotten something. I hate when you refresh the stream and you can't see the whole chat anymore. I can't see the whole chat from the beginning. I wanted to refresh it to remove the NBA spam because it still says like message deleted like 30 times. I thought I'd refresh it and it's still there. Anybody else last night when BT didn't know Aussie Man was? Yeah, I saw that on Twitter. That was so funny, man. I rate Aussie Man for that. He just turned around and did promo like, I'm Aussie Man reviews. You watch that? You watch Aussie Man reviews on YouTube? BT's like, yeah, no. There's a lot of people here, and just completely ignores him. I actually emailed. I remember last year when I came along, I emailed Hawthorne about getting in, to the rooms to see, and they were like, "It's because of COVID, we can't." So, wasn't to be. Who knows? I don't know. I don't think BT would have been there, to be honest. He might have. It was a Richmond game. BT completely snubbed him on live TV, yeah. Max King, great mark. Here we go. Gives it off to his teammate, and it's a goal. They needed that. Richmond looked to be running away with it. Back to 10 points. They needed something somewhere. Every score they've had has been a goal. BT it does Friday night. Damn. I mean, he only has about 5 million subscribers. Who's Aussie Man? He's a YouTuber who commentates on random things. And literally anything, like sports, car crashes, cats being weird. He'll comment on anything and he'll make it funny. I think like he's very popular, not just in Australia, but also outside Australia, because people love his Australian accent. I know a lot of people in England find his accent really funny, so that helps. Aussie Man as in OZZY. I'm sure you've heard of him. Oh, you're joking. Oh, damn it. I actually thought you were being serious. I'm just like, wait, does he not know? I need to watch his Aussie Man Reviews Pandas Part 4. Yeah, I should watch that one. How many has he got? He's got 5.6 million. I think Australia's biggest YouTuber is probably a gamer, but aside from gaming, yeah, Aussie Man I think is first. I think like despite not having the most subs, I think he'd be the most well known Australian YouTuber. But I'm pretty sure like Laserbeam will have more, but Laserbeam will be just gaming. I don't think he makes anything else. Oh, Max King. If the bounce was just a little bit better, that would have been such a good goal. Puts it behind. He hit it from the pocket across the floor. It just went across the face, but it bounced into the behind instead of a goal. If it bounced just like a little bit earlier, that would have been so good. Almost had a Pal Pepper moment from yesterday. Or the day before, actually. It was on Thursday, wasn't it? Try and go viral by reviving dead memes. Like go planking everywhere. Viral gentleman Foreman go, who is this guy? Who does this guy think he is? He's 2010. So I could be in the process of trying to get a holiday approved for next March, because I'm planning to visit Australia next March. But I was waiting for F1 to announce when the Australian race is next year, which they probably won't do until September. So it's like it's so long to wait. I got to ask permission to get more than 2 weeks off. I'm gonna try and get a nice 3 weeks. All I know is the F1 will be definitely in March, and it'll be either the 10th, the 17th, or the 24th. So I could just go all 3 weeks, and I'll get AFL round one on top of that. So it could be a nice month. But I got to get it approved first, because I feel like it'll be cheaper for book flights now. Could be wrong. If Suns win, it's doomsday for Carlton. I have faith in Carlton this round for some reason. I don't know why. I'm not convinced by the Gold Coast MCG record. It's not that good, is it? How often do they win there? Queensland teams in the MCG just don't fit. What on earth was that kick, bro? Saint's second miss of the game, and it's awful. Australian race, why not gather round? I'll do gather round another year. I wanted to do Australian F1 for years now, so like I want to tick that off the bucket list. Gather round's still fresh. So it'll be around till 2026, right? At least in Adelaide, anyway. So you'd imagine it'd get renewed, even if it's not in Adelaide. Carlton started with 3 wins and a draw, yet they sit at 15th. Brisbane won one of the last 14 games of the MCG. And I assume Gold Coast is something similar. Post. Almost another banger from Richmond. Martin this time. Carlton need to win that one, yeah. Brisbane are probably worse than the G than Gold Coast. Possibly. Possibly. think Brisbane were lucky last night. I agree. I think they were lucky last night. They were lucky they played against a team with like fairly low confidence. To be fair, the Sydney didn't play that badly either, but 2022 Sydney smashes them. I reckon would have smashed yesterday's game. I know they lost last year, but like that's different. That Brisbane performance, better teams would have won that easily. Swan's missing Heaney. Yeah, that could have been a factor. Saints free kick. You don't think Brisbane were lucky, but you think it was questionable if they deserved to win or not. Fair enough. What was that, bro? Hello, Ethan. How you doing? Goal for the Saints. Just 3 behind. This could be quite the spectacle tonight. Both teams have hit fairly high scores for this stage as well. They could both hit over 100 if they keep going at this rate. Suns have won 2 of the last 5 at the MCG. All 3 losses were to eventual Premier League finalists late in the season. The other games entered as having any sort of chances of winning, they won. Huh. Yeah, but the plan for next March is potentially explore Perth and Sydney. Couple days in Darwin, couple days in Brisbane, and then F1 and AFL round 1, and then that's a big 3 weeks. Possibly AFL round 2, depending on when round 1 is taking place. And then all that's left to explore is Adelaide, so I think that works out. And also launch system, even though I've been there, there's a couple places there I'd love to visit. Sack Voss. Where to for Carlton if they lose? Well, sack everybody. Like you said, sack Voss, sack the board, sack I don't know. The Kit Man. That's a bit harsh. The losses to Collingwood in 2022 and 2019. Melbourne in 2018 in August. The wins in November 2017 and Collingwood 2022. They don't play there much, do they? Joe Harry Mackay for robbery. So soccer, it's a goal. 10-point lead. Move to Tassie. I don't know if I want to move to Tassie. When I went there last year, it was so cold. I'm just like, this is like London weather. I was just like, I've left British summer and it's so cold in Tasmania. To be fair, that was only like, obviously it was winter time there, but still. I'm sure it gets warmer, but I'm just like, yeah. This is too cold, bro. Maybe I'm just unlucky. I go to Australia, it's cold, and I go to Los Angeles and it starts raining heavily. Good luck in Austria, though. There was forecast for rain, but it didn't happen. The Suns played so little, the record's really not relevant. When they've had a chance, they've won. They didn't have it. They've lost. They probably play more games than Marvel than they do MCG. Do I think Lions will ever play Hawks at the Gabba? Couple chances for Richmond. I don't know how they didn't score anything there. I mean, we have done that, right? Like, it's probably like 2 years ago now, but I remember we lost to Brisbane like 6 times in a row within like 3 seasons, so I'm fairly sure we have. It is a goal Richmond this time. Hello Mason, how you doing? Welcome. A total of 105 points have been scored today already. Saturday is the high scoring day. Oh, it's raining. It's not raining here. Hey. The Saints have gifted them like three of their goals. They'll be kicking themselves about that. Hawks have beaten Lions last 4 times, but those are Utah and the G. Ah. It's interesting. I think at UTES they have a good record. They beat us twice there at UTES. Trying to think which year. Suns have played 18 times at Marvel since their 5th most recent MCG game. It's not raining here, but it's so cold. Despite it's not snowing. Excuse me. It was like 1,000,000,000 at 4 p.m., 0 degrees at 1 p.m. Yeah, I heard you have quite erratic weather in Melbourne, especially. Dazalenko told me when I met him there. He's like, there are some days where one day it will be 1 minute it'll be really cold, and then a couple hours later it'll be like 40 degrees. You wouldn't survive, bro. Mr. Higgins, make it 11. He makes it 11. There you go. What do you mean I heard? I was there. Yeah, but he was talking about like a different time of year. It wasn't hot at any point when I went. Perth had a crazy storm for like 2 days the entire year. I was there for like the worst days Perth had. Like literally the day before I landed in Perth, their airport shut down. The weather was that bad over there. Guess I came at a good time. Maybe that's why I got delayed. I don't know. My plane got delayed 2 hours. I'm just like, why? Oh, outbounds on the 4th from Richmond. Am I doing the Great Barrier Reef this trip? Yes, in September. I'm literally going there for a couple of days. Um, it turns out Brisbane is not the ideal place for the Great Barrier Reef. It's the right state, just not the right area. You got to fly to Cairns, and then either you got to get a boat from Cairns or a boat from Port Douglas, which is like an hour from Cairns. So you got to do the tour in one of those places. But yeah, Cairns is the airport you got to go to. Brisbane is a bit like you can go there, but it's a bit of a drive. How many birds are there, bro? Do you see the amount of birds? There's a bird swarm at the game. There's probably 100 there. Like, what's going on? Like, half of them are just sitting on this one side of the field, and there's another half just flying across. Don't touch the ocean in Cairns. It's full of invisible fingernail-sized jellyfish, which has enough venom to kill 20 people, even kill people just nearby in the water who don't even touch it. Well, that's quite worrying. The boat tour I'm specifically taking, it does include optional diving. Are you telling me I shouldn't do the optional diving? I don't know if I do that anyway, to be fair. But yeah, I'm open to the potential of it. They've tried everything to get rid of the birds, but nothing's worked. They're all gone now, but there was genuinely like 50 of them. Just like there was an attack going on, and there was like 50 of them just in the area where the attack was, and they were just flying everywhere. Like, what's going on? They even used an eagle at one point. Well, they used an eagle to deter the birds. That would have been funny to watch. They should set loose 1,000 cats. I mean, it would make them fly away. In fairness, what a goal! 17-point lead again. 5 seconds to go in the first half. Oh yeah, quick question. The Gabba still does tours, right? Because I went on the website, right, for tours, and they're just like they're on hold due to COVID. I'm just like, still? I feel like they updated it like 2 years ago and then didn't update it again. I'm just like, surely you do the tours now. One of the wettest games this year, along with Porky Dogs and Gabba around. Yeah. Well, I shall be back. I woke up literally just before the stream, and I got work today, so I need to get ready. See you in about 20 minutes, hopefully. It was good timing, I feel. Oh, I forgot to. The second half's about to start, but I forgot to put back soon on the stream. It would have been awkward for any newcomers. Anyway, it would be awkward anyway, to be fair. Oh, hello, Luke. Start a campaign if I'm in. Did I read that? Start a campaign. If I get 1 million subs before you come to Australia, you'll run onto the field in the middle of the final. You saw the guy at the SCG. The security are lazy, you get away easy. I'm not sure about that one. I want to attend games, not get banned from them. Saying Kilda or Richmond. Is we Ethan? Is who Ethan? What? Another week, another sling tackle. That was a sneeze, excuse me. Here's the fact, last year's Melbourne Economy game, round 21, had the same halftime score as this game. Wow, that's interesting. Yeah, that's high. Am I working today? Yes, I am. Got to go out, but popping in to give you a thumbs up, Davidoff. Go Hawks. Good day, GB. Again with the 50 birds. Free kick Richmond. Saints fans not happy about that. You can be sad together. Not sure about that one. Voss will be sacked. Will he? Are you sure, sir? Club headquarters will be burnt to the ground. Bit extreme. Half a game behind Carlton now. Who would have thought? The same wins as Carlton is quite the statistic. – Seems like they left all the goals in the first half. I ain't no Carlton fan. I'm a Hawk. These allegations are untrue. You do like Carlton, but the radio shit, and you doubt yet another new coach will help them. Yeah, they are something else. Remember 2017 when St Kilda played Richmond and the Tigers were heavy favourites from top four? At half time on that Friday night, St Kilda did led by 100 points. Did they? Oh yeah, I remember that actually. Yeah, that was some game. I want to look it up now. Yeah, I remember it more and more. Are the Richmond fans shouting bullshit? All I'm hearing is bullshit. And the umpire decision. Yeah, I'm trying to remember what happened last week. Can't believe you tipped Richmond. I've got all my tips right so far. And if Richmond win, I'll get that right as well. Half time then it was 92-10. The Saints came marching in. Who was it that had that draw against Collingwood? When Collingwood were winning by such a big lead, points lead. Was it Adelaide or was it St Kilda? I think you know what game I'm talking about. It was a draw. And it was like after the siren equaliser. What was it? Who was it again? All I remember was Collingwood choked the game. That's what I remember. I don't remember the opponent for some reason. Post. I think it was Saints that got the draw against Richmond. And they've had some crazy games, Saints and Richmond. And the Saints drew with the Giants as well, right? It was Adelaide. Yeah, it was Adelaide. Okay, yeah. I remember that game was something else. For some reason, I remember every detail except it was against Adelaide. Really marks on the line. Saving. Free kick Richmond. 50-meter penalty. Saints could have gotten a goal a second ago, but got marked on the line. And now the Saints have got themselves into trouble. That's deliberate, surely. Gonna go for the shot, maybe? The rain is a little relentless. Yeah, it is. It's crazy. Oh, almost worked. I was wondering what he was trying, but it almost ended up in a mark. Goal, Richmond. 25 points. You'd think the Saints need to cut this down if they're going to stand a chance in the last quarter, because the Tigers are in control. What I think makes a good goal in soccer? Well, it's varied. It's yeah, there's a lot of variations. In AFL as well, there's a lot of variations. But yeah, a goal from really far out, obviously that's going to be incredible. Team goals, constantly pass it around and pass your way into. It's hard to explain, but there are some goals where they find a way to pass it into the goal because the passing is so good. They trick all the defenders. There's chipping the goalkeeper, chipping the ball over the goalkeeper. That's always humiliating for them because they're like 6 foot tall all the time. What else? From a tight angle is always good. Scoring a free kick. Scoring from a corner. That's extremely rare, but it's possible to score from a corner. But you have to curve it perfectly, and you have to get it past the goalkeeper as well. Getting on target is one thing, is actually getting it past the line. So yeah, there's different variations of a good goal. And also like stuff like what Messi's done so many times. Just taking the ball by yourself, being a bit selfish, running around like 5 or 6 players and scoring a goal. Those are always incredible to watch. Put a fork in the Saints. The Saints of England got relegated this year, Southampton. The Saints of AFL are starting to flop after a good start to the season. But they need to get this in. Can they get the goal? It's a behind. 4 goals behind. Saints really need this. Yeah, they do. Their form has dropped so much compared to the start of the season. Start of the season, they look like, oh, okay, they look pretty good. They look all right. At least they can make the finals now. Now you're just doubtful about them. Let me check who they got after this. Brisbane at Marvel. West Coast at Optus. Melbourne at Marvel. Probably good that it's a Marvel for them compared to MCG. Gold Coast at HBS. I want to call it Metricon. North Melbourne at Marvel. Hawthorn at Marvel. We beat them last time. We can do it again. Carlton at Marvel. Richmond again at Marvel. They got a lot of Marvel games. Geelong at Marvel. Brisbane at the Gabba. They got 5 in a row at Marvel. How'd you get that lucky, bro? Goal. That's how you get back in. 3 goals behind. They're still cemented in 5th. But you never know. They're losing games. They're losing more and more games. And it's like, ah! They're only 4 points ahead of 7th and 8th. But, you know, they're 2 wins ahead of 9th. Could be worse, I guess. Richmond got 7 in a row at the MCG 10 2019. Yeah, well. Richmond have rigged the draw. I did respond to this comment on my racing wheel unboxing. Christopher, 10 months ago, just get on with it. Good God Almighty. I remember that comment. I didn't reply because he kind of had a point. I didn't mean to make the video so long, but I unintentionally made it longer than it should have been. Oh, you got it! Max! Oh, Max! Max is so slow, man. If Max had speed, he'd get that goal. Richmond 3. I feel like Max didn't realise the ball was there. He took so long to react to that. Max King, bro. He's had a good game as well, but like... He took ages to react to it, then he got to it. He had so much time to go and get a goal, and then he just kicks it across the face, doesn't do anything. They've already lost first, second. They've only lost the first, second Adelaide away, which were forgivable. Is this forgivable? Richmond are 13th! Actually, I think they'll be 9th after this, right? As far as I know. Ninth again. They've gone from 13th to 9th. Damn it, Saints! You've allowed this to happen. Higgins goal. Did it touch anyone? Did it touch anyone? It's a goal. Any review? No, but it's 12 points, 2 goals. The comeback is on, guys. There's one game you never reacted to where one player was standing in the goal square showboating when a player ran up from where he couldn't see him and tackled him. The game ended in a draw. What game is this? Talks about Saints versus Cats 2015. The Saints had a lot of draws. How many times have they drawn? They've drawn twice since I started watching AFL. There's this 2015 game. There was the 2010 Grand Final. Have Saints got a record amount of draws? Richmond had a few draws, to be fair. St Kilda holding. 2 minutes 30 on the clock. Please get a goal somewhere. Obviously, it's nowhere near the goal, but like they can kick it forward. 50-meter penalty. 50-meter penalty. Messed up the kick. Ah! I just hit the mic. Sorry if you heard a noise. This feels like the end of the game, but we got a whole quarter left. It's exciting. Oh. Goal. 69. Wahey. I feel like someone's hit 69 every game this round. 88 seconds to go in the quarter. GWS drew 2 games in a row in 2017. And the Giants drew the Saints as well, right? Oh, yeah, that was Saints was one of those games, actually. Acer and Carlson drew 3 games between 2006 to 2014. Okay. Maybe the Saints aren't the record holders then. Carlson drew 1 this year. Jack Revolt has played in 8 draws. It's an AFL record. Wow. So Richmond had quite a few. Kind of feels like lockdown with there's empty seats everywhere. They'll use rain as an excuse. It wasn't raining earlier, mates. You know these raincoats? These I don't think they're called raincoats, but these white and blue cloaks that you can wear in the rain. Where'd you get them? Like, do they provide those at the game, or like, is there a place you can buy them? It's not just an AFL thing either. I see it at F1 as well. When it rains in F1, people just start wearing them. I'm just like, where'd you get them from? Like, do you know it's going to rain and you just buy it beforehand, or do you, they're called ponchos, right? Ponchos. Are they provided at the game, or like, are you told you're expecting a storm, or what's going on? 20 seconds left. Richmond have a chance to make it 2 goals. It is. No, it's touched. It's touched. 13 points. No, sorry, not 13 points. 7 points. I can't maths. You don't win them when it's raining at games. They punch you. They're soft high price inside the ground, or buy them at a store for $2. They banned umbrellas years ago. it stays like this where I agree with Marvel being closed in the roof. All right, I'll be back. Hopefully, I can eat my breakfast within 6 minutes. I'm here. Literally just started. Hang on. Forgot my hoodie. Where's my hoodie? Okay. Sorry about that. What I was going to say is there's more birds than people in that stadium. That's what the centre bounce for the third quarter. I'm just like, what's going on? Davidoff failed to put back soon card. Example 1231. Called in sick. I've sneezed too much. Don't have that one, Chief. Putting my charger on. Do people at work know my YouTuber? One person knows now. No one knew for 3 years, but one person knows because he does YouTube, and I subbed to his channel, and then he's just like, "Oh, David has a channel. What's going on?" So it was unintentional. If I hadn't done that, no one would have known still. Most of my subs are in Australia anyway, so that's another thing. Although there are some Arsenal vlogs that have gotten like 1,000 views. So, like I did like 5 last season, and like 4 of them got over 800. So maybe they could have seen those, but they didn't. If it turns out to be a thriller, it will be forgotten due to a few people visiting from the crowd. Between 2010 Grand Final and 2011 Round 4, 3 of the 12 games at the MCG were draws. Oh wow. Probably shouldn't have Coke before working, but you know what? Screw it. The players wear jackets and blankets on the bench. Gee whiz. Four of the 12 were draws. Okay. It's 2 hours in. Show the game 5 seconds to experiment. Nah, I'm good. I'm good, mate. With the Maverick shades, so you know the game. Show game accidents. Nah, I think I'm good there as well, mate. When I was a big market last year, did I buy the famous donuts? I didn't know there were famous donuts there, so no. So Kilda escape for now. Look, you want me to show the game, yeah? I'll show you the game, look. Look, I'll show it for 5 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. See, now I've shown you the game in 5 seconds. See, now you can't say anything. Now I've shown the game. Now I'll get away with that. Don't let anyone know, or you will not be allowed back through customs. I mean, you've just told me about it publicly on a stream. What do you mean? Don't let anyone know. It's now public knowledge to the 5 people that are here. That are probably all Australian, actually. So maybe it's not come out. Big brain move. Keep that deaf whenever anyone asks. It's a good idea, you know. I'm just gonna add it onto this screen so that I can just bring it up anytime I want, instead of having to switch to screen record. Put the text on screen, $10 donation to show the game. When they donate, show that. I don't know if I want to make enemies like that, bro. Who do I look like to you, huh? I love how all the fans have just gone backwards to the back of the rows just so they can get some shade, get some shelter. I don't know if you guys saw that, but they're showing it now actually. There's like 5 people in the front 3 rows, and then everyone else is just pushed back. They're like packed into the back few rows of each block. Your prediction was Tigers by 7. Well, it might not stay this way for 14 minutes. You get the feeling next goal will win. Yeah, it's very much possible. I look like someone who's scared at the Tiger and Lion Park. The what park? Max King Mark. Only just got the distance as well. I mean, like his teammate. It was only just over 15 meters, I'm sure. Saints accurate kicking is another scene for accurates. Hey, don't jinx it now, AFL legend. Don't jinx it yet. He's still got to kick it. Rain's good because you can get the front row seats for free. It's just water. Who cares? Just stay in the rain. I mean, I don't mind sitting in the rain, but I don't like wet seats. So hopefully someone's kept it dry. That sounds really weird. Max King has missed. AFL legend, you jinxed it. Max King marks. You look over to the chat. AFL legend says, Saints accurate kicking is never seen before accurates. and then Max King misses. Like, you couldn't write this stuff. You really couldn't. Max King is the worst kick in the game. Hey, my first impression of him live in person, I'll never forget it. Man missed 6 shots. When I was in Australia, Sammy said King would kick 5 goals. He kicked 5 as he wanted to kick 5 behinds. That was quite something. I wish I got it on video, but like I went and met up with Sammy G and Cardman outside Marvel Stadium. Wanted to just meet up, have a kickabout, right? And we were having a kickabout right outside Marvel. Then we got told off by police. It was fun while it lasted. For some reason, I was kicking the ball better than Sammy was. Which made 0 sense. Right, watch from home, cozy and warm. Fair enough. For me, like, it's not so bad. Arsenal Stadium is mostly, like, it hasn't got a roof. But the fans, like, the first 5 rows you get wet. Apart from that, you'll be alright. So I certainly don't mind. Like, for me, it's the worst is when it's really cold. Like, England in January, February, December as well. I remember there was one day, it was like end of February. It was -2. I was watching the evening game and Arsenal lost 2-0 as well. My feet felt like water. That's how cold it was. I felt like I lost my toes or something. I was like, this is very uncomfortable. I wish I wasn't here. And we lost anyway, and we got a red card as well. Just an all-round bad night. I haven't really sat there. Well, it rains poured down on me, so that would be a different experience. I did experience a bit of it in the F1 though, actually. Yeah, in the F1. Well, I went F1 in England last year. When I watched qualifying, it rained a lot. It always seems colder when your team loses. Yeah, that is true as well. What was that? It's a point to Richmond. Could be a key point. Coldest temperature game I've attended. I don't know what the temperature was, but my first ever Arsenal away game, we played Sunderland away, and Sunderland is like near Scotland. And then in the UK, the more north you go, the colder it is, pretty much. And it was like, it wasn't that far from the Scotland border. So it was like right at the top of England. A 6-hour coach ride. Went there, and we lost 2-0, so maybe it felt colder, but oh my word, it was freezing. From the point we got there up until the point we were getting home. It was so cold up there. I'm just like, oh, I don't like this. In terms of AFL, definitely Tasmania. Hawthorn, Gold Coast, Tasmania. It was so cold. Did I walk from Flinders Street Station to the MCG? No, I did not. No, wait, I did. Wait. No. No, I did once, I think. I did once, but I mainly used Jollymont. But I think there was one day I did walk to Flinders. No, I didn't actually. Wait, which one's Flinders Street? That's the one on the other side of MCG, right? Or is it the one near the river? I'm confused. No, the ones near the one near the river is called Square, something Square. What is that, Max King, bro? I'm confusing myself. Why didn't I move to Scotland? Why would I? To collab with wait, what's that? I've forgotten his name. This is the Scottish guy who reacts to AFL. I'd visit. I haven't visited yet. I'd visit. Edinburgh looks quite nice. Glasgow seems fun for football reasons. Because they got two big teams there and they got quite a popular museum. But I want to visit Scotland one day. But yeah, no intention of living there. Ideally, I'd want to live somewhere convenient to London, and well, I do live in London, but I want to live somewhere where I can keep going to Arsenal games essentially, and that could still be done from just outside London. So yeah, if I think I'd be more likely to leave country than leave London, if that makes sense. Like, I'm more likely to move to Canada or Australia than Scotland, if that makes sense. Probably makes zero sense. I'm just like, if I live in the UK, I want to be near Arsenal. That's the point I'm trying to make. It would be depressing living like 6 hours away. Davidoff hates Scotland. I don't hate Scotland. They're alright, I just wouldn't live there. But I even support England's soccer team over Scotland. Of course I do. I live in England, mate. Scotland, yeah, they're part of the UK, but they're still a separate country, technically, and they got their own teams. So I'm not going to support Scotland. I wouldn't mind seeing them win a few games against other teams. But when England play them, I want to see them get smashed. Cochin. Is that touched? Just touched. 8 points. Yeah, you are definitely right, T. Cullen. Next goal wins. There's been no bloody goal since you said that, and it's been like a third of the quarter. Richmond almost got that goal. Scotland v Wales soccer game, but I want to win. Good question. See, I like underdogs, and Scotland are a worse team. So for that reason, I'd say Scotland. At the same time, Wales have a player called Aaron Ramsey who used to play for Arsenal, who I really like. So, but that's just one player. And I feel like it's kind of funnier to see Wales lose. So probably Scotland to win. Wales are better though. When you consider how small Wales are, and when you consider technically Scotland and Northern Ireland, they are both basically countries. Wales is not even technically a country; it's a principality. That's why they're not part of the flag, part of the UK flag. The UK has England, Scotland, and Northern Ireland, but not Wales. I wouldn't mind though. Can you imagine a massive dragon on the Union Jack? That'd be a cool flag. I'm just saying. Hashtag get Wales on the flag. How come you play as different countries in soccer but combined for the Olympics? Yeah, I mean that's a fair point. I know just the Olympics I guess is just kind of unique because like even in rugby we separate. Cricket we separate, although you know I don't know what I don't know what the Welsh cricket team is. I don't know if they even play. There are some athletics competitions where we do separate as well, but Olympics we combine. Free kick St Kilda. It's a big tackle as well. Higgins. He misses the lot! That was Saint's chance. That was Saint's chance. Everyone remember that Higgins goal against Collingwood? That people debated over whether he was holding the ball or not. That's what I remember him for. There's a reason he's called Miss Higgins. It'd be like Australia combating with New Zealand for rugby and cricket. I'd say it's a tiny bit different. Just because we're a lot smaller. Then again, we have a lot of people, don't we? Like, we have a high population, which is quite insane when you think about it, because we're so much smaller. But obviously, you guys got a lot of nothing in the middle. What's New Zealand's population? 5 million. Okay. What do you mean I hate Australia? I don't hate Australia. It's my alarm. The alarm means Richmond win the game. My alarm goes off, Richmond get a goal. Now it's game over. There is no more Saints comeback.
Commentator said they can mind a miracle. They need 3 goals in 2 minutes. There's a bit more than a mind a miracle there, mates. That's mission impossible. Especially when you haven't even got possession, bro. First goal all quarter. Yeah, and it's the winning goal. Crowd attendance 62,000. Is there? Where are they? Are they all like inside the the food area? Like, what do you mean 62,000? Bolton. There's another. The cherry on the top of the icing on the cake. Would have been a whole different story if Higgins had scored. It's funny. All he had to do was like get a couple goals at the, like earlier, and they actually could have won the Saints. Thoughts on the game? Yeah, it was a good game. First half was very fast paced. Second half very interesting. In the end, Richmond were just better overall. "58 seconds to go." I can't see the entire chat, unfortunately, because I refreshed earlier. But yeah, thanks everyone who watched in the chat and not in the chat. But in the chat, you know, Mask, Mr. Cat, AFL Legend, T. Cullen, well, I said AFL Legend, Luke, NBA, or the NBA spammed, so let's do that again. Grass 10, the playlist guy, VD Entertainment. I didn't even see when he arrived. I didn't even notice he was in the stream. Richmond fans cheering Damien Hardwick. They're loving it. Ethan as well. Travis Lubke. I thought it was Travis Luke, but there's a B in the middle for some reason. Mason. Who else? Jackson. GB. There's quite a few people in it. And the siren goes. JCB. Isn't that a digger? Thanks for watching, digger. AFL Legend. Did I mention AFL Legend? I don't know if I did. Now we're hearing the best club song in the AFL playing. Luke. Did I mention Luke? I don't even know. Ivan. But yeah, thanks everyone for watching. It's been a fun stream. It's been a fun game. I've had a good time. A little bit late. Missed the first 2 goals, but overall, had a good time. So don't expect any streams tomorrow, because the games are 6:20 AM and 7:40 AM. There is 0 chance I'm waking up for those. Thursday as well, I'll be missing Geelong Melbourne because I'll be working early that day. Yeah, they need me in the morning, so I'll be missing that game. But so yeah, so the next game I do live should be whatever Friday is. So what's Friday? As long as I wake up on time, which I should do. St Kilda Brisbane. That sounds fun. That was a fun fixture last year. So yeah, St Kilda, Brisbane, and Freo Essendon. That should be the 2 games I watch live next week, barring me waking up very late. This is your boy Davidoff. Please like, share, subscribe. Thanks for watching. Have a good day. Oh yeah, tips. At some point, tips. That'll be the next stream, but like the next game stream, Saints Brisbane. Have a good day, and goodbye.